A billionaire investor says that everybody's 5 times better off than they used to be and has been making a big wave in media by telling people to stop complaining. But obviously this is very controversial when it's coming from a billionaire. And
yeah, he needs to shut the hell up. It's not easy for him to say, stop complaining. Pay my rent.
you know,
Stop complaining.
and he's a longtime investment partner of Warren Buffett. He says he doesn't understand why people today aren't more content with what they have, especially compared to harder times throughout history, which
you
obviously
about
is
to
completely
really get me
relative.
going.
He's going to open up a bag, I
You
know.
about to really get me going. It's like these people born on third base and then wonder why everybody can't make it home.
Yeah.
What are you, huh? Half of us can't even get into the ballpark.
He's 98 years old.
I don't give a damn how old he is.
Yeah. But it just lets you know that he's thinking of the 30s and the 40s and things like that and saying like, oh, times were way tougher back then. People are less happy now, even though there's so much, more opportunity and things going on. People need to just stop complaining. What do you think about that?
Well, let me just say this. Hunger is hunger no matter what year it is.
Amen. Amen.
And not having enough money to survive off of feels pretty much the same way,
Yeah.
no matter what decade it is.
I think he's out of touch.
Now, obviously, a depression is far different
Yeah.
than what may be a mild recession or.
And he was born in the middle of the Great Depression.
But again, so what?
Exactly.
If you lost your job tonight, you have all of the anxiety, all of the fear, all of the worry that somebody would have had losing their job in the 30s. Now, the circumstances, the conditions, and the consequences may be a bit different, but the emotions are the same. That's what he misses. And secondly, what he says are the words of a long and well-fed life.
It sounds like it.
And I'm happy for him.
And yeah.
I want to be 98 too and a billionaire. But I hope that when I'm 98 and a billionaire that I won't poo-poo on people, who are struggling and who articulate and express that struggle.
Yeah, it sounds like he forgot what it was like when he was in that position because a lot of people don't have the option. And it sounds like he thinks that they just have the option to just turn
Well, he's
happiness
telling
on
us not to complain, and then he's complaining about us complaining.
Yeah. But they have studies to back it up that say that recent studies show that roughly, and he brought this point up, is that, many people use envy as a driving factor in their lives, and he feels that too many people are doing that.
Well, he's right about that.
And I do agree with that. He brings up life was pretty brutal and short and limited. There was no printing press, no air conditioning, modern medicine, none of that. But in doing that, studies have shown that roughly 75% of people are envious of someone else in any given year. That's a high number. And I think that could be a big factor in why people complain as much as they do because they don't have as much as that person that they're envying. That point I can actually get behind, but I think it's good message, wrong person. You know what I mean?
But let me push back. The point about envy is not a novel idea. It's not something he came up with.
No, for sure.
I mean, humanity's struggle with envy is as old as humanity. And as long as they're human beings, we're going to be envious and jealous of other human beings.
Yeah.
All that's fine. The thing I don't like about what he's doing is you can't compare eras.
Yeah, I don't think
you
you can
compare, you can't compare players in different eras.
I was about to say that.
You can't compare how people, it's just not. It's just different. Sure, we have air conditioning.
Yeah.
But we also have nuclear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nuclear bombs.
We've had anthrax and all kind of crazy shit.
We also have people flying planes into buildings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we have to deal with that they didn't have to deal with.
True.
And so you can't compare. I just don't like the idea of rich people, well-fed people sitting around talking junk about poor people not liking the fact that they're poor.
Exactly.
So what are they supposed to do? Be quiet about it?
Because you know damn well if they were poor, they'd be complaining about it too.
Look, listen, let's just go there. I'm about to be racial.
Here we go.
A white guy loses his job and acts a damn fool.
Yeah.
Black guy can't find a job and is expected to comport himself with dignity.
And not complain.
Got a little problem with that.
It's a touchy subject.
I'm just saying.
I hear you though.
You know, you're a rich white guy. You've done well. I'm happy for you. I don't
best
begrudge
friends with
anybody's
Warren Buffett.
I don't begrudge anybody's success.
Yeah.
But you should probably shut the hell up Be grateful for what you have and what you've done, and allow other people to express their hardship or their aspirations the way they choose to. Don't tell me not to complain when you got your foot on my neck.
Yeah, I don't think they have a right to. I don't think that's right. Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, listen, I mean, because the same system that allows him to be a billionaire is the same system that allows children to be hungry in this country. It's deeply problematic. It's not as simple as not complaining.
It's never just black and white.
It's not that simple.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good verdict right there.